This is Infection, the survival podcast, recorded live on Tuesday, March 1st, 2016, episode 59. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infection, the survival podcast. Infection is your source for the latest information on survival video games. We bring you the latest news, reviews, updates, and more each and every week. That intro almost got me there. I almost just, I don't even look at it. So I just, I got it in my head.
Is that one of those moments where you pause for half a second as you read what you're supposed to be saying?
As like I have a heart attack because I'm like, oh God, it's happening. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying. My name is Nick Craig at Nicholas M. Craig is my Twitter. InfectionPodcast.com is the website. Thank you for joining us. Episode 59 of Infection. You heard him already. Everybody's fan favorite, Brian Aldridge. Hey, Brian.
Definitely, if you want to find me, go ahead and go to Bite of Tech, and that's with an I, biteoftech.com, or go to our. We've been getting more people this week through our Steam group. I always like to see that group grow.
What's it at? Let's see.
Pull these we're at a pretty decent sized number. I noticed we've gained 6 people in the last
345. Not too shabby.
Yeah, 345. So it is growing.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for people to play with, regardless of if it's ARX or if it's H1Z1, any of the games, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a survival game.
Any of the games.
Yeah, I mean, any game you have, if you're looking for people to play with, we've got a pretty big selection of people that are they're pretty active.
We played Minecraft for the longest time, so I mean, it's
we played Minecraft.
Go anywhere.
We've H1Z1. We've done a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So, we had a very interesting, I shouldn't say a very interesting week. It was an interesting week.
Very active week.
Very active week. So we played Miscreated when? Was that Friday night or Saturday night? I think it was Friday night.
I think it was Friday night, yes.
Yeah, so we played Miscreated Friday night. Boatload of fun. We had 5, maybe 6 people on, which is the most I've ever played with, of people like I know.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We did that Friday night.
So we had 7 total. Like when I was on there, we had 7 people total.
Okay,
that were on playing Miscreated at the same time.
Yeah, and it worked out really well. It was a lot of fun. And then you left, and that's when the real fun started.
Thanks.
Did you hear about the app? We had so after something happened in Miscreated. I think we all died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were randomly down. There were a lot of issues with Miscreated. Don't be fooled by positive reviews online. There are so many issues with Miscreated, like randomly dying.
Well, the thing is they don't show you a screen after you die. They don't show you a screen that shows, like in H1Z1, they still have people can talk and you can still see the camera. Like when you die in Miscreated, it says you were dead. So you don't know if it was a bug that killed you. You don't know if someone sniped you from far away. You don't know if a car drove up behind you from the middle of nowhere and smashed you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a good thing. It makes a lot less trash talking, right?
Yeah.
When you die, you die. I mean, that's it.
I just wish there was something that
doesn't make so much of the toxic atmosphere that we've run into with H1Z1.
I just wish it would tell me what I died from, because our group finally got together. Finally, everybody got together. The last person met up, I instantly die. Just dead. It wasn't my food, it wasn't my water. I'm just dead.
No.
Wiped out. It's like, jeez. Like now I'm dead. But after, by the way, there was some super cool stuff in Miscreated, like the generator system. That blew me away. We could talk about that in a little bit, but after that, played H1Z1 with the boys. And we played King of the Kill, and we had a really good time with King of the Kill. I played until I think 3 o'clock Saturday morning.
Because I saw you posting something.
Yeah, like 4
like at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Yeah, it was probably 1 a.m. You're what, 2 hours behind me?
Yeah.
Okay, so around 1 o'clock your time. Yeah, I was like, oh, great session on H1Z1.
And I was fast asleep.
Yeah, I guess you're old.
Thanks.
We did another cool thing too. I was streaming, Falcon was streaming, Ross was streaming, and Landgun was streaming, and we had a multi-Twitch that we tweeted out, and it had all 4 of our streams on there, so you could view. And Saul was playing with us too. He was the only one that wasn't streaming, so you could view like 4 out of our 5.
And that's a good idea.
Yeah, it was great. The time was a little inconvenient. I don't remember who. I think it was Hovercats came in. It was like, oh hey, it's the first time you guys are ever streaming, or it's not. I don't know where he lives. He lives somewhere over in like Europe or something, and it's always super late when we do Infection. And he's like, hey, it's like he's like, oh, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. I don't even know what time it was. But that went out. That worked out really well. So I played games this week with the group. So
yeah,
I'll see you in a few weeks.
We actually did a lot of, we did a lot of, well, they did, I guess we can go into it. So in Miscreated didn't do a game giveaway. A streamer did a game giveaway. So Bam Bam, who's a streamer on Twitch, gave away 100 copies of Miscreated.
Now, did he pay for these 100 copies, or were they given to him?
He paid for all 100 copies of Miscreated and gave them away.
Wow. Is he a professional streamer? Is this his real job?
It's not his job. Like, he just enjoys Miscreated. And they're running into, like, we love Miscreated. Kind of like what I've been saying the last however many months now. Like, I really like Miscreated, but I just wish more people played it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a great game. I just want, you just need to have more people to make it feel like, all right, I want to go log in because there's something to do. And so, he bought these during the summer or the winter sale, whenever the last sale they had for Miscreated was.
When did they sell them? In packs of 5 or something?
Yeah, so I think he got them for, in US dollars, like $700.
Oh my God, he put
$7 a copy.
He put $700 into this game.
Yes, and so now here's my thing that I don't understand. Why didn't Miscreated offer to pay for half of them? Say, like, we'll give you 50 copies, you buy the other 50.
I'm sure he just went out and bought these without even throwing it by them.
Well, but the thing is, then they should have doubled it to 200. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they promoted it. They said, hey, here's the 100 game giveaway, as if it was their thing. From the tweets, it's like, hey, there's a 100 game giveaway for Miscreated, come watch these live streams. They should have ponied up. And why? I just don't. I think I understand. Like with us, we said, "Hey, can we have some copies to give away?" We didn't really get a response back from that.
Of course,
that's fine.
It's not fine. It's not fine at all. Especially when nobody plays your freaking game, which in Miscreated's case, nobody plays.
But with this, like this, I looked at and I'm like, dude, the guy pitched out for 100 copies. You couldn't even throw him 25 copies.
Yeah.
I mean, something like. Help him out.
Yeah.
I understand you're promoting it, but man, that's, that kudos to him, but it's sad that he had to do that all by himself.
Yeah. That is pretty crappy.
So what they did is, they did 100 game giveaway. I won one that I'm going to be giving away during the show today.
Oh, really?
So I'll be giving away a copy of Miscreated.
Cool.
And then, we had, I think, 5 members. I don't remember if I was one of the 5, but about 5 people in our clan, our guild, whatever, Steam group, they won a copy of Miscreated through this.
Awesome.
So we got some people that, one person who already had it, he gave it away to someone in our clan. And as I said, I'm going to be giving this one away during the show today. So, so that was a lot of fun. And I just wanted to name, these guys that did this, to put it together. Cause as I said, kudos to them. But there was Flynn Lux from Twitch. So these are live streams. We'll have them in our notes. Mr. Dinos. So it's Mr. _Dinos, Deanos. Then Bam Bam _Gaming is the one who bought all the copies. Septic Falcon and IMR Trippy.
Okay.
So those are the streamers that so for each stream, they gave away 20 copies of the game.
Cool.
So, all right. And then
hold on.
Wanted to play.
What do you want to do the giveaway? You want to put the giveaway in the thing now, and then as we talk about the stuff, people have time to enter?
To make it so there's a nice long.
Nice long time for people to enter. Let's just do that because we're going to be talking about Miscreated for probably the next 10 minutes or so we can.
So we'll get it started now, and then that way.
And we'll just let it roll let it let people join, and then it'll be much
more.
All right,
so the code is
miscreated.
Yes.
All right, so don't enter that.
Lowercase. No, miscreated. There you go.
Shouldn't be case sensitive.
It is case sensitive. I don't know.
Stupid program. Don't enter if you already have it. Of course, typical giveaway rules apply.
Yes.
So
it didn't put me in the roll this time, so hopefully it's working.
All right. So
let's go ahead and see if it starts filling up. I just want to make sure. So someone go ahead and enter.
Okay. So
it'll take them 10 seconds to realize that I said that.
What is this video that we have here?
So this is me killing one of the guy, because he had it to where if you can, he encouraged people to stream snipe.
Steam snipe him.
Steam snipe. So I was watching. And he killed me one time because I haven't figured out the whole reloading system.
Yeah, you and our entire other group that's like, oh, I have a pistol. I don't know how to use it. It's not loaded.
It says it has ammo. I'm trying to get the thing, and I have a nice gun. I'm sitting there. He's right in front of me. I could kill him. So the first time he kills me, because I'm like, I can't figure out this gun system. So I just ran up to him and started trying to hitting him with something.
Nice.
And I almost got him, but he killed me. So my goal after that was to find him and kill him. So this is me killing him. So
are you narrating or is there audio?
No, I mean, there's audio for him. You can play the audio for him.
All
it
right.
should clip in at the right time.
All right, here we go.
Oh shit! Oh, I was stuck in this.
Yeah, so that was.
Wow!
You can't see from my angle because I didn't record it, but
my heart's thumping.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
that was your moment of fame.
That was my moment of fame, and I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I killed you."
He followed us on Twitter. Hopefully, maybe he'll check out the show at some point.
Yeah.
So that I guess this will be a good time for us to kind of talk about our experience playing with a large group.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first. So, was this the first time you played with a group this large as well?
You mean for Infection?
Yeah, like with this weekend.
Oh, inside of Miscreated, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I've only played with about 3 people. Like you, me, and one other person is usually the size of the group that we had. And it definitely makes a difference. Before, I was always by myself, which is very difficult. I mean, you can understand in this type of a game, it's like you don't know, you don't have the other people for their eyes, but also you need that person with you just so that when you run into someone else, they don't immediately try to kill you. Usually they'll kind of hesitate and wait when there's one other person. But with this, like when you have a group of 8 people, 7 people, you're going around and looking and we actually started building, and you'll run into groups of 3, 4 people in this that a lot of times will hand it to you. I mean, this game is, it's not like Division where it takes 50 shots to kill somebody. You can 2-shot somebody pretty easily in this game if you know what you're doing. So
yeah, I don't remember if we killed anybody in combat. And I don't remember if we killed anybody else that was armed. I know we killed a few people. Do you remember, Brian? Did we kill anybody that was armed? There were, I've noticed this is a very different community. They are much friendlier because the loot's actually worth something.
One guy killed some of our people, and then I ran up and I started talking to the guy.
Yeah. This is the roof story, right?
Yeah. So I'm talking to the guy, and so he's like, "Hey, come with me. I know where a vehicle is." And so I just go with him. I go with him and he gives us a vehicle, and he had another vehicle, and, gave us some guns and stuff, and said, hey, he joined our Steam group.
Oh, would you look at that?
So it's like, it is one of those things where first they have a shootout, and it's in like Landgun, and I think it was Musty. They were pissed. They were like, why are you talking to him? I'm like, dude, you guys just had a firefight. He's talking to me. He's nice. If I see somebody, like especially 2 against 1, I'm going to try to kill him.
You should have killed him.
Why though? I mean, I didn't have a gun.
Assert your dominance.
Assert my dominance.
But assert your dominance as the clan leader.
So just kill him.
It's a survival game. What do you mean just kill
him? And then we went and picked up Musty, and yeah, we got a car out of it.
Oh, Brian.
So
you are way too nice.
That's what I like about this game.
You're way too nice.
You don't have to kill everybody.
I didn't kill everybody I saw, but I mean, if somebody had just slain my friends in cold blood, he's gonna be the next one dead.
Yeah, but I ran up as a fresh spawn, so I didn't have anything.
Exactly.
And he had a gun. Musty was like, I don't think he has any ammo, and he ran back up to him and started trying to hit him, and he instantly shot Musty again.
Nice.
It was hilarious.
There you go.
Or I don't remember. Maybe it was land gun. I don't remember which one of them did it, but so I wanted to show. There's some pictures I put in there that I'm going to remove afterwards because they don't need to go in the show notes. But I just wanted to kind of show some of the landscape because I always talk about how beautiful this game is.
Yes. So this is a bridge. This is a rusted bridge.
Yes. So I just wanted to kind of show like this is an actual in-game image of just somebody going onto the bridge and taking a screenshot. Like if you look, I mean that is beautiful compared to a lot of the other games we played. You know, they actually did a really good job of with the water. I mean, everything makes sense. The bridges, it's like totally sculpted.
Yeah. Now what about the second one, the windmill?
Yeah, this is another in-game shot. Like this is what it looks like. And I think now that they changed it so that the windmill actually turns.
Oh,
I think
nice.
that's their. So they have their change notes that they did because they put out a patch here 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, foliage is render distanced. He's asking, but you know the way that they did this, especially from a distance. That's one of our biggest complaints about H1Z1 was it's difficult to sneak around and to sneak up on somebody because the second you become within a certain distance, your black blob renders in. And then you can see like a weird shape moving in the distance like this. You can hide in a bush and there's a really good chance that they're not going to see you. You know, if they put some sort of a ghillie suit into this, would fit in perfectly. Kind of like what DayZ did.
Yeah.
DayZ was very similar. Like you would mold into the background. So, and then also on here, I wanted to talk about so Bam Bam's doing another giveaway. He's doing a giveaway of a 980 Ti. So that's
I saw this. What's up with this?
So and I want to give people a heads up enough so maybe we can get because I mean we really got a lot of the keys. You know for how many people there are 500 plus people that were in that live stream. We got a lot of the keys because we were involved. And so with this one, this is one where he wants people to create it's like a miscreated movie competition.
Oh.
So they just want you to create a video inside of Miscreated. You know, it can be anything. It can be a showcase video, tutorial, gameplay, parody. But he wants people to be creative. And the winner will win that 980 Ti graphics card, which is a really nice graphics card.
Oh, I'm going to enter this now.
Yeah. So I just had to create some in-game video. And you know, this group of people are just, as I said, all they're trying to do is get people involved.
Now, is he paying for this video card? Or is this another Miscreated thing?
He's paying for this too.
The 980 Ti is a very expensive video card. If my memory.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just skimped and gone with the 970 and saved himself a lot of money, but you know, he went the extra mile. This is the Gainward GTX 980 Ti.
I have to search
so
this up.
I mean, if you like to make YouTube videos, we got a lot of people. Maybe this will get some of the people. I mean, we've got a lot of YouTubers that follow us, that listen to our show. They make a lot of videos about things like H1Z1. This maybe will get them to kind of come over and to try this out and put some time in making a video for this. And this is, you can make beautiful videos in this. I mean, that's the thing is with the landscapes and everything, it's not going to look bad. There's a lot of things you can do with it. So,
yeah, this is an $800 video card.
So no, okay. So this people are saying, is this giveaway for the night? No, this is a future giveaway that I'm announcing. But the one that we're doing right now, I'm giving away a copy of Miscreated. So if you're wanting to be in the raffle for a copy of Miscreated, type Miscreated in chat, all lowercase, one word.
Cool. And for more details on this, the competition runs until the 31st of March. And the top 5 videos will be judged by the community. And then the vote, and then the winner will be announced on the 14th of April. So.
And this will be in our show notes as well.
Yeah, and if you're somebody, if you are, I mean, it's not cheating the system, but if you are within the infection group and you make a video for this, let us know. And if you make it in the top 5, you'll have our support. So
yeah, so we'll announce it. Say, hey, go vote for our viewer.
Exactly,
that'll be an instant way to get people voting for it.
So if you need some incentive, know that unless your video sucks, then we'll back it.
If it's horrible, Nick will make one.
Well, but if it's horrible, I mean, if you're in the top 5, I hope more than 5 people enter this. Maybe I'll enter something under the infection channel, and then
we can enter it as infection.
Yeah, and then we could always give the card away. I don't need it.
Yeah, and I've got the dual 970s.
Yeah, I've got a 970 too. I've got a 970 and don't need a 980. So, all right, well, we'll keep that up to date now.
Okay, so now here's some big news. I announced this last week. I don't remember if you remember me mentioning this.
Was it breaking news?
They're going to have a new AI.
Oh, the new company.
Yes,
they're out.
So it was officially announced.
Okay. Do we need breaking news?
Yes, you could do your game breaking, your new news.
We now go live to Brian Aldridge. Hey, Brian.
Yes. So on here, this is Kythera. And what they're doing is they made a really good AI system that they're going to be releasing to developers. So one of the first developers they brought into this were the company that makes Miscreated. And this is going to be a next generation artificial intelligence middleware. So pretty much multiple companies will use this, kind of like BattlEye. BattlEye is not made by Daybreak or made by Arc. It's a company that they just focus on making as good as possible anti-cheat system. These guys are making an AI system. So this is an artificial intelligence. This will determine how the zombies react, how far they chase you. They can make it so that there's different types of zombies, because that's one thing that we'll be talking about when you get to H1Z1, people talking about all these different new zombie AIs. Well, this is going to be a company that they're just going to be coming up with all these different ones. And then like a group like Miscreated, a company that Miscreated can say, all right, you've already made a lot of these. We'll make it so that our zombies have the ability to do this and to do that. And this gives them the option to do things like bandits.
Yeah.
They could have not only zombies, but because I know when we've had people in our chat say, hey, I really wish they could do an event in H1Z1 where like there's a truck driving down the road and you attack it and try to take it over to get the loot inside, and there's some sort of AI defending the truck. Well, this allows them to do that in Miscreated. Like, you're a nice ticker.
Damn. I want to see how long you could go without noticing it.
And so this gives them a lot of options, and they don't have to fully maintain it. So they can take advantage of this technology, put it right into the game. Smarter mutants, they put on here more types of wild animals because they don't have to program like for a deer, how it behaves, all these different things. They don't have to do that by hand. They can take advantage of these guys going in and saying, here's how a bear acts. Here's how a deer acts. They can put all of that into their AI system. And these guys, if they put in a bear or they put in a deer, they say, all right, that's the AI for this. And then they can tweak it. But most of the work is done, so they can put things in without having to do all the work.
Exactly. All right.
And so there's a second one. There's 2 links. One is officially from Kythera. The second one is Miscreated, announcing it, some of this similar information. But yeah, this will be to where they're going to be changing out all the behaviors of the current zombies, or mutants as they call them in here, and the animals to use this new system. So you'll see it all at once change.
Coolio.
So and also there was a patch that came out this past week, and they added bikes, so bicycles, which makes it a lot nicer for going around and traveling around the map. You don't have to run so much.
BC Cletas.
I
said BC Cletas. We're in the game now.
All right.
Spanish for bicycle. You've never heard that?
No.
Wow, you're very
bicicletas.
Bicicletas?
Yeah, I've never referred to a bicycle in Spanish. Sorry.
All right. I mean, clearly you've never watched any like South Park or anything.
No, I guess not that one. They talk about it a lot.
Yeah, that was like all last season. Yeah, there's a Hispanic kid or whatever.
BC Clay toes.
Whatever. All right. Okay.
So they added in the bicycles. They're putting in the Track IR system, which is the eye tracking.
I'm excited for that, of course.
So you can look around, and it'll move your head, and you can aim down the scope and then move your head to the left. Your gun will keep aiming forward, but you can look to the left and right while you're holding a gun.
Cool.
They're also going to be putting in support for head tracking so that you can use, I think, a regular camera. Like it says use a face cam, but you might be able to get it to work somewhat with your regular camera. I don't know how accurate it'd be if you need a special camera.
No, I would imagine you could use your regular camera.
It may not be as sensitive as a specialized camera, but who knows? And then they added to where there's new items. So they've got new face bandanas. They fixed the firing visuals for several weapons. They adjusted the recoil for 357. They added a saw blade. So I don't know exactly what that's going to be going into yet. Perhaps that's going to be a crafting material to make other things. They added so the pickaxe now spawns in orientation correctly, and also sits on the player's back correctly. There's 3 more baseball bat variations for weapons. Canceling a throw now works correctly, and then they fixed a bunch of sound issues. So there were some sound issues that were in there. They fixed the bullet effect of how it hits water, blood spatters on the ground now. They improved terrain rendering. They fixed some things that were how they were sitting on the map. They replaced a lot of textures, and then they redid a number of animations. So one thing they did is they fixed, I saw there was a complaint that the little animals, like the rats and the squirrels, like their legs wouldn't move. They look like little RC cars.
I noticed that as well. That I can confirm.
So
that
they
issue.
fixed that. So the little small animal animations are now working correctly.
I can confirm that.
So you can be yes, rest assured now.
Good. All right. Is it time for the giveaway here?
Yeah. Let me make sure. Let me pull out the actual code here to make sure I pull it up, because they sent it to me in a message.
Gotcha.
So I want to make sure I have it so that it's not a big disaster. All right. So I do have the key here. All right. So we'll go ahead. Now, a lot of people, we don't have a ton of people entering because
most people already have it.
If you already have it, because I've been pushing it so much. So, but hey, we'll get, I know, like there's some people who really wanted it, but they're like, I can't listen live. So
not
sorry.
Sucks to be you.
All right. So we'll go ahead and roll. Do I get my sound effects this time?
I'm sorry. You know, you screwed me up with there we go. Just for you, Brian.
Thank you. All right. So Gravity Beard. Gravity Beard has won a copy of Miscreated.
A long-time viewer of the show.
Yes.
Awesome.
He's here pretty much every week.
Yes, so hopefully we'll get him in.
So definitely come play with us.
Yeah, exactly. Now he won't play with us now. He'll be like, screw you guys. Got one.
He's over in Europe as well.
Won your copy of the game, and I'm out of here. He's gone.
All right, so I have sent that to him. Very good.
All right, now
next week I actually have a copy of Ark to give away next week. I figured it wouldn't be good to give away Miscreated and Ark the same day. We'll spread it apart.
All right, I'm just gonna. I don't like the order of these show notes.
You can change them however you'd like.
Yeah, so let's talk about H1Z1.
Sure.
There was the big H1Z1 event last week, and I'm not gonna talk about I'm gonna keep my personal opinions out of it as much as possible, because it doesn't matter what I think, and it doesn't matter what you think, Brian. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. They did the live stream, and we got what we got. Got to remember, this is the first live stream since the game split, which happened, a week before they did this live stream. So I wrote down a few notes here. I actually took notes. So one thing that really stuck out to me, Brian, did you watch the entire thing?
Yes.
Okay, so at one point, I don't have the quote because they never uploaded it to YouTube, and that's when I was going to clip it.
I put some times in there for some things, but they're mostly for like.
Is that on YouTube or is that on Twitch?
This is Twitch. So if you look at the link up top,
I couldn't.
I put it in there. It went away. Let me put it back in there.
I couldn't clip from Twitch, not effectively. What I was gonna do is go on YouTube and clip little segments out and do like a news show with it. But that's just not. It's not convenient, and I'm not getting paid to do this, so I'm not going to spend 3 hours clipping, 15 minutes worth of conversation. So,
but that link I have there is their live stream. And so when we get to the end, from Twitch, when we get to the end, I have some things so we can just show, you can, like on some of them, you can play them and hit pause when you see that thing that way. But other than that, like I didn't go through, as you said, and clip out.
Yeah, I really wanted to, because I thought it would have been cool to reflect on this stuff. Sorry, PHVCK, for the attitude. The one thing I really noticed that stuck out to me was at one point, one of the people said to the effect of, don't quote something that you may have heard in a live stream a while ago.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came to my mind was they're talking about Forge Light 2. Because we heard about Forge Light 2, and we also heard about this base building system revamp back when they did the huge Q&A like a year ago now. And when he said, it was something to that effect of don't quote stuff that you heard a year ago in a live stream. And that when he said that, it kind of solidified my opinion, or it solidified my thought that I've had for weeks, for months. They're not releasing a new engine for H1Z1. It's not going to happen. They're going to stick with Forge Light, and that just solidified it. There was no mention of it, unless they're going to drop a bombshell, which it would be great if they did, because that would be sweet. If they're like, one day they're like, punch you in the face, bam, here's Forge Light 2. Like we're rocking and we're rolling, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be happen. So, and of course that doesn't directly, PHVCK is saying that, it doesn't exactly, and Jay Delay, I don't wonder if this is the actual code. He said, we are not going to be held to comments from previous live streams. Maybe that's the code. Something similar to that. Like PHVCK is saying, it could have meant anything, but come on. Like, there's certain things that we talk about based on these old live streams. One of them being Forge Light 2 and the other one being the base building system. That was clearly a reference to one of those two things. Yeah,
because I didn't hear it anyways. I didn't hear a word about the base building system.
No, I did.
They said
major base building features are coming soon.
Features are coming, but they didn't say they didn't say anything particular like we are going to go to a modular system. We are going to. They didn't say any of that. They just said changes are happening.
Correct. So, other than that, the live stream, what it looked like they did is they pre-recorded a video beforehand, and then they just kind of talked over it, which is fine. A lot of people were giving them hell for that. Whatever. It was a walkthrough. It wasn't a live demo.
The only thing, it may have been live, because if you look at the end, they played a video. So I know a lot of people said, "Oh, we saw,"
they were live, but the video in the background was pre-recorded.
What video in the background?
When they did the walkthrough of the city.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you could see the Windows Media Player overlay showing the name of the video.
Oh, because it looked like he was typing commands in one area.
He was typing commands in on the video they recorded.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay, so yeah, because all I could hear was typing, so I'd assumed. So they must have recorded that at a different set and then played it as a segment. I mean, I didn't catch the transition.
It wasn't even a transition. Like somebody moused over the player and it brought up, the Windows Media Player when you have a full screen.
I kept hearing that happened, and
it didn't bother me. I really couldn't care. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what it was, because it was about the content of the stream, not that it was either the whole thing was pre-recorded, one piece was pre-recorded, all of it was pre-recorded. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The substance was there, and it was what I expected. They walked through the city with pretty much the art dev video that we saw for January, maybe it was the February art wrap video. But they walked through the city. They did that. And then there was this Survivor radio thing that was so, Brian, I don't use this word a lot. It was very cringeworthy. It was unbelievably cringeworthy. I don't use that. I'm not one of these people that throws around the word cringe at every, be like, ooh, that's cringy, man. Ooh, I'm cringing over here, bro.
Now, was it the voice actor, or was it the idea? Like, what was it?
Idea was fine. They put these people that clearly looked uncomfortable. I mean, here's the thing: when you're a voice actor, you're not supposed to be recorded.
You're not supposed to have your picture, because you can tell these.
I mean, you're a voice actor.
The part of their voice. The thing is you can have somebody who looks like something totally else, but when you hear, just like some radio people, you hear their voice and they put across something totally different. And that's what a really good voice actor does, is it has the ability to sound like, you know, a little kid who's in distress. And I think that when you put the video of them doing that, that totally takes away part of the magic of what they can do.
It was uncomfortable. That's what it was. It looked very uncomfortable. I was almost uncomfortable watching it.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a video of when that's going. Now, one thing I did find.
I'm not playing the audio for that.
Okay. Where he said that he was starting to talk about, we're not going to promise you anything. I don't know. That's at 3750.
Hold on. Yeah. Twitch VOD is off. I really wish they would have uploaded this to YouTube.
Because I went and looked on the YouTube to see if they'd put it, and they didn't put this on YouTube.
What was the timestamp?
3750.
3750. Hold on.
I mean, you can play it from here on forward.
Okay.
And then see if it's what you're thinking of.
Okay, here we go. So 3750 here is by the way, I didn't realize Sebastian was I thought he was I thought he was a younger guy.
Cuz his picture on
is just the H1Z1 guy. I was just assumed him as a younger guy. Not that he's old, but you know, you've got like the younger guy on the left, and then whatever. So here is part of the live stream. And there's no audio. Here we go.
You know, what we're going to do is we're going to not lock ourselves into any one particular thing. We're not going to paint ourselves into a corner here with some random comment we made on a live stream or over Twitter like 5 months before.
So that's it. That's exactly the lie.
See, I found it.
Okay. We'll keep going with this? Or is
I mean, you can't. I don't remember what he said after this. I mean, this was the quote though that I was talking about.
One of the things that's really important for us to do is to make sure that we have an ongoing dialogue with you, our players, and also really checking in with what our game does well and harness its strengths, you know, what we really feel like we can deliver on for a top quality survival experience. That's also unique in the market. You know, there's a lot of survival games out there. What makes H1Z1 Just Survive so unique and
all right. That was there was at the end there was like a 3-minute thing about like nipples. It was just very, very, very uncomfortable. It was a whole thing.
I stopped at the Survivor Radio part. So I didn't listen to the whole Survivor Radio thing.
I did. I listened to it. It was just very, yeah. And you know, they do this thing, and this comes from like a TV thing. Like, Brian, if the entire show was this shot, it would be uncomfortable, because like when I'm talking for like 10 minutes, you're just like kind of like staring into space, and like that's what they do when they have these 3 guys up here. So that's why when you talk, I can do that, and then when I talk, I can do this, so that you can.
And also, if they had more than one camera to where they could kind of pan to different angles, like it kind of takes that I have to look directly at the camera thing away, because a side shot you're okay with.
Yeah. And Sebastian held it.
If they had one angle to where you're always looking away, that can be a little disconcerting. But this, like, they kind of lock themselves into where they feel like they have to talk to that camera. You know, whatever.
Well, it's fine talking to the camera, but when what's his name? Jens Anderson, when he's talking, Sebastian is just staring at the camera because he has. I mean, that's
like, yeah, he doesn't know what to do.
Well, there's nothing to do. That's. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, what was he gonna pull out his phone?
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, they should have like different shots, had a tight shot. You know, they'd have to have someone sitting there like you do, and producing the whole thing. Yeah, and they don't. They have people that are willing to play. You know, go to different pre-recorded things, but I don't think they have someone who's there saying, "All right, let's switch to this angle."
Exactly. So there was a whole lot. Everybody was given a Daybreak crap for the live stream, and the whole was a pre-recorded nonsense. It was what I expected. A lot of coming soon. We don't want to lock ourselves in soon. We don't want to do this, but features soon, coming soon. What I expected from this. I still, for whatever reason, these morons and I'm not trying to, but these moron people that like this game, they just can't get it through their heads that this change just happened. It just happened a week ago. You're not.
Come on, Nick,
there's not going to be a new game in a week. Get that mind out of your head and just look at this. Look at this from a realistic standpoint. This just happened, and you expected their live stream to do what? Show a new engine, a new base. Are you out of your freaking mind? The change. They just split the game.
Now,
it's
I'm
simple
assuming
as
that they were holding on to these zombies and things for the split. I mean, I don't know why they were holding on to them for this long. Maybe they just finally finished the last. Like, they could have released one of these zombies at a time.
Yeah.
Over the past 5 months.
That would have been cool.
Gotten a lot less flack.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is they've held on to all these things that they've been working on. And I don't think I got the timestamps for the new zombies, but
what are the new? There's 3 new kinds. What are they?
All right, so the first zombie, if you want to go to, do you have the live thing up? And I can give you a timestamp if you'd like. All right, so if you want to go to 6 minutes, there's one right there. Okay. And this is one it's an exploder zombie. So this one has a mask on, like a hockey mask on. He's got a little bit of a mist coming up to him.
Yep.
When you hit him, he will instantly explode. So that is the first one. Now they have a second one, which is very similar. So if you want to go forward, actually, I totally missed out on one of them, but if you go to 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
Okay.
You can see one that you might want to go a little bit earlier because that's like right on it. But but there's another one.
Explodes,
It explodes, but it puts out a gas. So if another zombie is around, it has a chance of turning the other zombies that are also around that gas into exploders as well.
Gotcha.
So it's very similar to the first one. And then there's some sort of disabilitating effect of you being around that gas as well. The next one is a screamer, which we have seen. I mean, we've shown.
Yeah, we don't need to show that. We've already seen.
There's the screamer, which pretty much sits in the middle of the road. If you aggro it, it stands up and screams, brings other zombies around. So that is the next type. Other than that, like those are the individual zombies, but they did show in the game. If you go to around 19 minutes, you can see a lot of the zombies that. This is the variety. They're trying to get more variety so that all the zombies don't look the same. And with these, like they have all these different outfits on, different things come in their face. Now they have hair, all different kinds of hair types. So these are just a lot of different zombies. So that when they have a different type of walk, so they'll have different hair, they'll have different clothes, they'll have different type of faces, so that you have that variety between zombies that they're not. I mean, because remember when we first started this, there was one type of zombie.
Yep.
And he did the exact same thing no matter what. So that is pretty much the new zombie types. I mean, that's the main thing that they showed that I saw as far as here's something to look forward to in the Friday patch.
Yeah, that was it.
The Friday test patch. Now they did show like we saw the maggots, the roaches, we've seen screenshots that they showed those birds. They're going to be adding those back into the game, and then lighting changes, which Sebastian showed a screenshot of that, but that's going to be a little bit more realistic looking lighting of when you're going inside versus outside of a room, and it's going to look a little bit better on the shading of the thing. So, and then I don't know if you want to go, they showed the new barn, which is 28 minutes, 45 seconds in.
Okay.
And this is, they're going to show something kind of in succession here.
Running towards the barn.
So this is the barn with the silos that are next to it. To the left, you'll see there's the new cabin that they're putting in. But I mean, they've got a lot of cabins already. I understand variety in cabins. That's nice, but they're going to be adding a little bit more variety, another type of cabin in there. And then they're going to be, I'm trying to think if I don't know there's anything out. The gas station. So if you go to 30 minutes in, there's a new, I think this is a new variety on the gas station. It's a little bit bigger of a gas station.
Yeah, this is it.
And then you just, but if you go through that whole section there, I mean, there's a lot, you see a lot of buildings that they're adding, a lot of the bigger buildings. I mean, so it's not just the gas station. I mean, you can just look in that whole shot and see all of these different things that they have in for the city. So this will be what's coming up. But if you look, this is a test environment. Like there's not things around it. Yeah. So this is not ready to be released. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a pole in the middle of the road.
And MattyBot is saying something that I kind of agree with, and he says Z2 does seem to be far away.
Yeah, because if you look at this, like this stuff isn't around it.
Yeah, this is just where they build the buildings to test them, and then they have to generate the map and lay it all out.
Yeah, so
which they could also be doing at the same time.
I think that this is, I think this is the city. Like they could take this city and then say, all right, put it into the main map. But this is how far they are on the city. And if you look, I mean,
I don't know if that's the case.
But I mean,
I don't know if that's the case.
I think that this,
because there's trees growing.
There's trees that are kind of random.
No, I think this is
why would they be wasting their time?
Because you have to build the. Maybe they may take the diagram of the city.
I wonder if each of these are like one of each building.
It is, exactly, and then they could lay it out at a different point, I would imagine.
So I mean, we'll see. I mean, they haven't really showed very much about Z2, and now you can see on there if you keep going with that video, like they have some of the lighting stuff that they did.
The night view.
Yep, the night view, so you can see how brake lights and all that kind of show up. But that was pretty much. I mean, was that what you got out of it? And that was pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, and it was exactly what I expected. I wasn't expecting the world, and I saw some new graphics stuff.
I do like the lighting. That for me is a big immersion thing of having realistic lighting. And right now, there's no realistic lighting whatsoever. I mean, as far as...
Yeah, and you can shoot the lights out. They showed that. The lights will flicker.
That was a big thing. You go up and shoot a light, and it actually flickers and doesn't... You know, it actually does something. Like, I don't know that it... Yeah, it actually shatters the glass and everything.
It shatters the glass, and then it flickers,
so it's not just a picture of a light post, which is nice.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing.
And then after this, they did the Survivor radio, which, you know, if you don't want to play any audio.
No, I'm not playing that. It's not. Okay. I mean, there's nothing to play. So that was the stream.
Now they did do. Sebastian last week did show some images of some things that are coming up in the new crates.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to show. It's just it's two things: some pants with knee pads, and then some goggles. They're kind of like a steampunk type of goggle.
Okay, so here are the pants. These are like cargo pants.
Yeah, cargo pants with some sort of a knee pad.
Yeah, knee pad and belt. And then some steampunk goggles.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Now, Falcons Watch saying, I guess the lights are running off the dam. What if this is, remember why I said this?
Eons ago.
I don't remember how long ago I said this, but
months.
Let's create a world event.
Yes.
To where you can, kind of like what you saw in Miscreated of, oh, you can turn on the generator and it turns on lights places. Wow, that is amazing. Like they could have done this so long ago because they've had the lights in and started this concept. I said, why don't they make it so that you work together, gather things, do things in the world to be able to power the generator to do, to light up places or to do something. Turn on the radio. Like, are they finally doing that? Like, are they going to, is that why they're doing survival radio and all these lighting things at the same time? I'm wondering if they're going to if that idea has been sitting in the back burner for that long.
I hope I'm under the impression that at some point there's going to be a larger thing that we've been waiting for that's going to kind of wrap everything together.
Yeah. I mean, all these lights, they're putting lights in places. I mean, is the dam just always going to be on? Why not turning it into a world event? That would make so much more sense.
That would make sense.
Give us something to do in game.
Exactly.
I think that's exactly what I said last time.
Yes.
6 months ago.
This is something like that. Exactly.
And then they put out on the 26th a producer update, and it's a pretty long thing, but this is from the Chris Wynn, executive producer. So he's going to go, he's pretty much went through and said, bug fixes that affect both games. We're increasing our focus on the quality of life issues and getting focused on fixing a lot of the lingering bugs in the game, and we've heard this before, but, maybe they're finally going to because there was such a mess with the whole bug
but
reporting system.
But this is a new guy. This is a new guy.
Yeah, and so he's had experience in a big game studio before. So unless he totally gets bogged down into the whole Daybreak Sony Online mentality, I guess they could reverse him. But if he can keep the hey, why are you doing it this way? Let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. This makes more sense mentality and makes big changes. I understand that. That would be good. But I mean, they're going through to where they're just fixing some of the things like with helmets and the camera angle, how they've changed that, shotguns and just making it so things are a lot of these bugs that we've just accepted as that's how this game is. They're going through and fixing those. So they said for King of the Kill, we have a new mode prototyped, and we'll get it out on the test servers in a few weeks for large scale testing. So they're going to be putting out a new game mode for King of the Kill. So that was another thing. Now he didn't say what it was though. So that'll be interesting to see that. So that will be coming out.
Yeah, and his goal with this is to do. It's called the Producer's Update, and he plans on doing these once a week, I believe. Yeah, every Wednesday, I think, is when he plans. Every Wednesday, maybe.
Yeah,
every Wednesday.
Hopefully he keeps to it. He needs to put a reminder in his.
There was something, and it said I won't do this unless I want to start a weekly update to share some visibility into what the team is currently focused on and highlight some of the latest work. I write this up every week and shoot to post an update each Friday. But then it says the next tentative one is March 9th, which is a Wednesday. Oh, tentative release of the game. Okay, never mind. So we'll have one of these hopefully Friday.
Yeah,
this would be good.
He did say for the Just Survive, they're introducing those 3 new zombie types, enhancing the AI. They said, and plus what I had said about the full new set of wearables that the zombies are going to be having. I mean, they're pretty much what they had talked about in the live stream. He says, but they're working on putting in a couple of servers that will have restricted base building areas around the populated areas of the game to see how that plays out and address the issues that they see around base building. That's
going to shut down one of the community servers if that's the case, because that's their whole shtick with that.
Is base building in town?
Well, no, remember how there's the one server where you can't build a base inside of any town?
See, you're making it so, so making it so that there's no point to that one.
Yeah, isn't that the
That's pretty much what he's saying is they're gonna really restrict so that you can't build right in the middle of Pleasant Valley.
Yeah, I don't remember what the name I don't remember the exact name of the server. That's not the Survivor. It's the one that's it's the Reddit. It's like the Reddit server. For the Face, Fire, and Handy, those guys are managing. I don't remember the name of it. So that's interesting. That's an interesting concept. I don't have a problem with that. Do you? Does that bother you at all?
I think that they really need to restrict where bases are built and only allow, like, if you're going to have a clan, like, they need to put a clan system into where your clan has a limited number of bases that you can build.
Yeah.
Either so that it forces you to either go with the group and build big, or it forces you to go lone wolf. Home. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no in between. You're not going to have it to where you have a big group of people that are all doing their own thing. Like, if you're in a group of people, there's a limitation to the number of bases or whatever it is. I mean, that would be cool because it would make people pick one or the other.
You'd think, right? So that's H1Z1. And now we're gonna play the waiting game until
they actually put out a patch.
Yeah, which is tentatively March 9th, so next week. We'll have it. We should hopefully have an update. And I like that he said that. Tentative release date, March 9th.
Not saying guaranteed we're having it and then they miss it and then everyone on Reddit's freaking out.
Yeah. Well, we had an interesting experience with Reddit this week. But we'll keep that to ourselves. So that's H1Z1 and Miscreated. We want to do this?
So I just wanted to bring up something because you had talked about we talk about The Division.
Yeah, and I pre-ordered it. So
you said no microtransactions for The Division.
Well, Jesus Christ, I'd hope not. I mean, they are charging me $90 to play, so I would hope they would try.
They're saying that they're not going to have to where you get all these skins and do all these little things to make money because they could have easily done that with this game. Not
after doing the season pass like that. No way they could have gotten away with that.
Well, but I mean, they could have, but some places would still do that.
I don't. Who are you referring to?
Not saying any names. So, but you know that would happen. So that's one thing I'm just looking at. I figured I'd point that out to you because I know you were frustrated about. But you could view that if you get the season pass, like that's the last time you had to pay for this game, right?
Yeah, and I pre-ordered it, so it's fine.
That's the total price you could ever pay for this game is the season pass and the game purchase.
$90.
Yep.
So I did.
So no more microtransactions. Not trying to nickel and dime you after that.
I did pre-order the game, and I'm anticipating its release. So
and then I wanted to bring up. I've been talking about Amazon Lumberyard, and they have a video here. Now we're short on time, so we don't have to play this, but it's a 5-minute video just talking about Lumberyard.
Okay, which is Lumberyard is their
game development software,
which is pretty much
it's pretty much CryEngine.
It's the Crytek engine, exactly.
Plus some whatever they've added to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean it's a 5-minute video, but it goes through and it talks about the things that they've incorporated. Incorporating Twitch into games so that you can easily, start streaming to Twitch and have your chat in game and do all these things automatically in the game because of course it's Amazon, right?
Yeah.
They talk about just making it as seamless as possible so that within a very short period of time, you can come up with a game that is a very good prototype, like that has a lot of functionality. This will be great for maybe people that are trying to do Kickstarters.
Yeah, this
right?
would
because a lot of it is the prototype. Coming up with the prototype for Kickstarter, say, hey, here's what we have so far, and we just need the funding to put in the time to do the rest. So that is, I mean, I will have the link to this in there. But if you're interested in game development or you want to see what these tools can do, definitely check out this video. It's just a 5-minute introduction to Amazon's Lumberyard, and then after that, I have a YouTube playlist that I put in there that is tutorials that they're putting together on how to do different things, how to, how to do UI creation, how to, what is Amazon, how to implement GameLift, which is the multiplayer aspect, how to export things from Maya for 3D, the 3D renders, things like that. So they're putting in a lot of different tutorials. So if you're trying to learn game development, this is an excellent thing to get started on.
Exactly.
Because they have a lot of the basic how-to videos going into there. So
and plus it's got the Amazon name on it, which is, I mean,
it's not going to go away.
Yeah, I mean
Amazon
arguably one of the
things.
Yeah, exactly. Arguably one of well, I shouldn't say Amazon products won't go away. Amazon Local Register obliterated itself.
Yeah, it's one of the only things I've ever seen them actually, and it must have been pretty expensive for them to drop.
Yeah, they were probably losing money because they were charging. They must have been losing money on the transaction fees. They did something similar to Stripe. Yeah.
I mean, it was so cheap. It was cheaper than any other.
It's cheaper than PayPal and Stripe by eons. It was very, very inexpensive to use.
But that's Amazon Lumberyard. Definitely check it out. It's free download. We got a lot of people that are interested in that.
Cool. So now we had some Ark. Ark is totally dropping the ball here, man. What are we gonna? What are we doing? There's like 1 or 2 updates a week now.
So there was one update and then a couple small bug fixes.
They're slipping away from us, Brian.
Yep. So if you go through, they added the giant beaver and then the Castoroids. Is that that's the giant beaver? Castoroids. So it's giant beaver. Castoroids is the official name.
Castoroids.
It's kind of an odd name.
It's a very odd name. Maybe we're pronouncing it wrong because that doesn't sound like their normal naming scheme. But it could be.
Yeah, I can't even think of how else to pronounce it. Castroides.
Oh, now you're just making stuff up. That's
yeah. So yeah, that's the new giant beaver, and they are rideable. One thing I was wrong about last week is saying that they were not rideable. They are rideable.
I know. I had a feeling because I was like, how are you going to be able to tell this thing what you want it to attack?
Yeah, and they didn't. There's not the saddle on there. That's what threw me off on the picture, and they hadn't said yet in the wiki page whether or not it was rideable.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is rideable. And then they added. I mean, if you look at this, I mean, definitely a way to gather wood, but the auto thing, so you can have it around your base gathering wood, which is kind of nice.
Pretty sweet.
And then they added in handcuffs,
which, by the way, don't look anything like handcuffs at all.
Yeah.
I mean, have these people ever seen handcuffs?
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to keep that rustic feel. Maybe they're making it so in the future they have options to upgrade, have different tiers of it.
Doesn't look like it doesn't. It looks like an iron.
Yeah. I don't see where it clamps into your hands.
No. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't understand the whole handcuff thing there, but whatever.
They did a server performance increase, which, they don't really talk about what that was, but they made it so the servers are more efficient. They improved client streaming performance, so less hitches. And then they updated more. At least they didn't put every single translation in here. They updated various translations because they go through and do these things with translations, and it gets kind of ridiculous.
So that was 236.0. 236.1 fix an issue with certain total conversions crashing, which total conversion is their mod. That it's literally what it sounds like. It's a total conversion.
Well, they have their main mod. This also counts towards other people that have done total conversion. So this is overall total conversion.
Yeah, but so total conversion is it is a complete conversion of the game. It changes almost everything.
So either it's that new game mode where it's a PvP style game mode, or it could be, some of them are stuck in the Stone Age type of things. They're the primitive plus servers, to where it just totally changes everything about the game. Maybe makes it so you can't go as advanced in technology, things like that.
So that's total conversion. They fixed that. Then 236.2 fixed the server crash, which was probably linked to server performance increases that they did.
Yeah, there must have been something that they did.
And those are all within 2 days. So we haven't had an update since February 25th, which was...
And the thing that they usually have a upcoming things, it's 3 question marks right now.
Maybe they're working on something really big, and that's why the notes have kind of slowed down.
I mean, they're totally redoing Ark Survival of the Fittest.
Well, plus they're doing the Xbox version now too.
Yeah,
which takes time.
I bet you they're trying to catch up Xbox to the PC. Because maybe they need to do that to be able to roll out this new Survival of the Fittest game mode. Because it could be that because they're not equal right now, that they're running into a problem trying to roll it out.
Yeah, that could be it. That makes sense.
That could be a very possible thing, that they're like, oh, we got to catch up on Xbox, then we'll roll out this big Survival of the Fittest thing, and then we'll be good to go. So
exactly.
But yeah, that was pretty much Ark. I mean, this week. I mean, there's, as I always say, Humble Bundle right now. The Ark, the Humble Bundle monthly is the Ark bundle.
Cool.
So if you're interested in getting that, if you don't already own Ark and you're looking for a way to get it for less than $20, subscribe to this upcoming Humble Bundle and you'll get 5 other games or 4 other games with it. So,
alrighty. Now,
very good.
Do we want to do?
Let's do Life is Feudal really quick. This, because it's a small little patch, but I just wanted to show they are putting out fixes. So they had 1.0.6.6, which was something for herb gathering, and just a fix where players could gather large amounts of herbs from herbal gardens. It's just little fixes like that. But they are putting out fixes for this. So Life is Feudal looks like a really fun game if I get more people to play with me. So if you're interested, it's just like miscreated. I found another really cool game, but like I'm one of the only people who owns it.
One of the only people in the world that owns it, exactly.
Yeah, at least on our list. So definitely, if you play Life is Feudal, send us a message or send me a message on Steam, and we'll try it out sometime, stream it.
Yeah. Now I know Langun, because we had a really good time Friday night.
Yeah.
And I know Langun sent me a message and he asked, hey, was this going to be a weekly thing? I'm not going to be around this weekend at all. But I don't know if you will be, Brian, but I'm sure Langun and Falcon and some of the other guys will be on.
I'm available earlier. It's just I can't, like, when Langun gets home, it's, that's when my wife's getting home from work. So it's not a good idea to jump on the computer as soon as she gets home and say, see ya.
You got to do what you got to do.
Hours.
You got to do what you got to do. So check on TeamSpeak or whatever this weekend if the guys are doing a game thing. I've got my ham radio class this weekend, so I will... House of Cards season 4 comes out Friday, so I'll be binge watching that all day on Friday. 9-hour ham radio class on Saturday, and then a 3-hour exam on Sunday. So it's going to be an action-packed weekend. I'm ready to go. Now, speaking of ready to go, H1Z1, these numbers are rough. Currently playing.
Do we want to do a game giveaway before this? Because after we do this, there's my tip of the week, and we're done. Okay, just offering it out there. Okay,
we'll do it during. We can just announce it.
Okay, so let me announce the code.
Yeah, let's do that.
So for the code type, let me put it in here first too, so that it actually does something. So for the code type Abyss, and then that will put you into the role.
What game is this?
Abyss Odyssey.
Okay.
So, and I'll when you're talking, I'll put some links.
Okay, so this is Abyss Odyssey. You can enter in chat, and we'll do that roll after we do current players here. These numbers are an abyss. That's not even the proper use of the word, but whatever. 13,447 people currently playing this. Remember, these is H1Z1 combined. The 24-hour peak 25,028, and the 7-day peak 33,858. Now, Brian, have you looked at the current players for Just Survive? Don't.
No, I haven't.
How many people do you currently think are playing Just Survive right now?
Probably about 10,000.
4,614 people currently playing. You weren't even close. You would have got, if this was the Price is Right, you would not have won anything.
Yeah, I was out of that.
way
over.
The 24-hour peak is 8,639, and the 7-day peak a minimal 12,895. King of the Kill, not a little bit better, but not much. Currently playing 8,863. The 24-hour peak for
not compared to some of these other, not some of the other games that we will showcase on this. I mean, if you look at some of these other games, they've got multiple times their peaks right now.
Yes, and I mean, I can't believe that less than 10,000 people were playing King of the Kill right now, but 16,389 is the 24-hour peak, and the 7-day peak for King of the Kill 20,963. Now, one of these games that always blows everybody's numbers out of the water is Ark, 29,951 currently playing. The 24-hour peak 50,120, and the 7-day here 65,691, and that's that with Ark there. Miscreated, of course, got to bring this up. 304 people currently playing Miscreated. The 24-hour peak 503.
Hey, that's double. That's double what it was 2 weeks ago, right?
And the 7-day
numbers are rocketing up.
647 on that. So that's
now, if you look at Miscreated, their numbers are rising. So we'll just have to see if it. Hopefully, these game giveaways.
Now, somebody's saying that my numbers are delayed. I've got the Steam page right here. It says 4,614. If I click refresh, yeah, it says 6,000 now. So either Steam Spy had an issue, or 2,000 people got on in the last 10 minutes, which doesn't seem very likely. They're not doing an update, I don't think. So.
No, yeah, I don't see.
Okay, so now there's 6,318. I mean, I just made this graphic.
We need to this week program something in.
Yeah, but I mean, I just made this so
that it pulls from that live. So you can just refresh a page.
Yeah, let me figure out. So I exported this graphic. What time is it? It's 8:11. I exported this graphic at 8:02. So it is less than 10 minutes old. So who knows? But it doesn't matter. Either way, the numbers are shitty for H1Z1. King of the Kill and Just Survive, the numbers are not good.
Yeah.
They did just release a Just Survive update a few minutes ago.
So
a whole 33
maybe people
megabytes.
logged out to run that update, thinking that there was going to be something wonderful.
Yeah, that must have been it. So, whatever.
33 megabytes.
We're not the most accurate source of it. We're not the most accurate source of information, and we're not trying to be. So,
Nick cannot be trusted at all times.
Keeping our mediocrity just enough.
Is it mediocrity?
Yeah, maybe.
What you're saying?
Whatever. What game?
Okay.
Who's winning this game here?
All right. So, So we'll go ahead and roll this. So this is for Abyss Odyssey. It's like a $15 game on Steam, and if I remember correctly, it's got pretty good. Well, it's got mixed reviews, but hey, it's a different kind of art style. If you don't have this game and you're into that kind of thing, definitely check this out. So, all right, we'll go ahead and roll. And Ferraria won. Now, didn't she win this last time? And then you said, "No, I don't. I don't play this style game." And you moved on. Does she want this game?
What game was this? Abyss Odyssey.
Abyss Odyssey. I put a link a little bit up it went scroll back with chat.
Yeah,
so
let me click on this. I don't even know.
Abyss, I make sure because I swear you won this last time because I've given this one away before.
Oh yeah,
I swear you won this last time and you said, "Oh, this is not the style of game that I play." And
I can't play it.
Won it last time.
It's rated T for teen with violence and partial nudity, so I will not be able to play this game. I don't want it. So
okay, maybe she wants it for herself. So I don't know if she has.
Is this a PC game?
Yeah. So she doesn't have a PC. She says, "I didn't win."
Did she even enter?
Yeah, she entered. Unless someone's making a very close name. Oh, she didn't win this before. Does she want it?
Oh,
she doesn't have a PC though.
I don't want it.
Okay. So I mean, do you want me to re-roll?
That's fine. I mean,
you're breaking her heart. This is probably some game that Shirley wants. I've got 2 copies of it. So if she changes her mind, I'll give it to you. I'll give you another one.
That's
so this is Mice Weasel ITK has won this one. So I will send them the code.
She said she doesn't want it, so we're good.
Okay, good.
No, wait.
It doesn't look like a game that you would play, and I know you wouldn't play it. So
yeah.
So I was like, eh.
I like how she enters for me, just in case it's something good.
She's like, I'll just enter everything.
That's fine.
So all right, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to send him a message on this, and he'll have check the junk because it goes in other.
check your junk. Is that what you said?
Yeah, check your junk. So these, for some reason, these games go, or anytime we send a message with a link, it goes into spam. So very good. Yeah, Ice Weasel has won the game.
Cool. Yeah. All right, Brian.
So now
this is a very short.
Your favorite.
It's a short show, but yes.
Yeah. Well, you've got homework. I mean, we're a whole 45 minutes early on this one.
We are. It's fine. Oh, Heisenberg missed out on the miscreated gamble.
Oh, he's the one who told me, "Hey, I wanted to win this." He missed it. He was the one saying, "Oh, I can't be there live," and I was like, "Oh."
And he showed up live, and it's already over.
Yeah, I guess we should have done it at the end then.
No.
Oh well.
Whatever.
All right. So tips of the week. Well, tip of the week. It's not tips of the week. Tip of the week is where I go through some sort of a survival tip, something that will help you in your gameplay, something that will help you just in survival games in general, or it can be something very specific. So this is tip of the week. All right. So for this tip.
Every week, the freaking intro changes. I don't know what is wrong with this crappy
now it
software.
Says tips.
Every week, I change it, and I click save.
You had to delete that original image somehow.
It's not an image; it's a video file.
Yeah.
I change it every week, and I click. And not every week; it's like every other week. I click save, and it doesn't change.
Yeah.
Damn! It's probably caching it. Yeah. Tip, uninstall H1Z1.
Tip. That's a good tip.
All right. What is the tip?
So for the tip of the week, I'm at the wrong one. All right, cool. Like when I'm scrolled down at the very bottom and it's like, I swear I've done this one before.
Yeah, the last week's show notes.
Yeah, I was like, I'd do the last week's. What would be bad is if I didn't notice that I did last week's.
That's something I would do. Like read the wrong intro.
Like, oh yeah, this is a great new tip. I just thought of this. I wanted to talk about support those that are doing what you enjoy. And what made me think of this was this weekend, these guys that really enjoy Miscreated. And so they're doing everything they can to keep that community alive and to build it up. So whether it's a Twitch stream, a podcast, a website, YouTube channel, or even a game, like with them Miscreated, I think it's important to show them support. Now, I'm not saying, give us a bunch. I'm not crying out for attention or for whatever. But I think in general, this is really important for whatever it is that you find you're passionate about. And this isn't necessarily a donation. So it's not saying, okay, you have to go and turn around and give money to whoever you enjoy. Sometimes it's an email, it's a follow, it's a subscribe, a +1, a like, a retweet, whatever it is can mean a lot to that person.
Please follow me on Twitter.
Nick is he's like, please, I feel so lonely.
Please follow Infection on Twitter @InfectionCast.
So, and that is the thing with, for us, we got a very big welcome into our podcast. Like when we started our podcast, the numbers started out pretty high. And that really encouraged us to keep going. But not everybody is that lucky. And
no, like the Crummy Show.
No, hey,
nobody watches. Nobody watches.
I watch it. I watch it every
You're the
time.
only one.
But that's the thing is a lot of times they don't get to see that you enjoy whatever this is. So whether it's the Crummy Show or it's some YouTuber or whatever it is, you don't know how much they're struggling. Are people really appreciating what I'm doing? Are they enjoying this? And they may be struggling with whether or not to keep doing it. So for them, just having, and we got a lot of emails and a lot of people saying, "Hey, I really enjoy your show. I really enjoy what you guys do. Thank you for doing this." And that means a lot to us. And so,
this is a sob. This has turned into a total sob story.
I am not talking about us.
Man, I'm not talking about me, man. I'm talking about a friend, man.
No, but I'm just saying, there are other people that haven't been as lucky as we have that may be on the verge of saying, "Hey, I don't know, is this really worth putting out?" Because it does take a decent amount of time and it is something out of your week every week. So they may be struggling with that. And this may be that thing that kind of keeps them going. And, especially if it's something that you enjoy and they're contributing to whatever it is that you appreciate. So definitely go, and I encourage you, even, people that are lurking out on YouTube in our podcast app, we sometimes get emails and comments on posts or YouTube videos from those people because we get a decent, we got 30 people in here live, but also there's a lot of people that listen after the fact. And so it helps when you go on there and make a post saying, "Hey, I listened to this," or make a comment, or they retweet things that we do. I just think that that's a big part of this type of a community, realizing that they have just as much to do with it as we do. So that was a really long tip of the week.
Thank you so much.
Stop crying. But definitely, if you enjoy, and
I thought this was supposed to be. I thought this was a survival tip. What has this turned into?
It's survival of your podcast or your game. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
is this a shots fired at Miscreated?
Partially, this is a if you don't show them that you appreciate it, like the numbers are low enough on them. Like there is a small group of people.
Yes.
That too long didn't read and donate to Infection. Thanks, Heisenberg. That's not what I was saying. But they're with them, like there is a small group of guys that are so passionate about that game that they're doing everything they can to keep it alive. Right? I mean, paying $700 for license keys and giving them away to get more people in the game, giving away, what was a $700 video card? You're not helping. Putting a big thing right in the middle that says support the show. That's not what I'm talking about. Thank you, Nick. You're really helping.
No.
For those that are listening, Nick is putting the support our show with the support link of like where you can go donate or go to our buy things through our Amazon link. He's putting it right in the middle of the screen, right in front of my face. It's really nice.
No, but what Brian said is totally true. Especially, I did live streaming a while back, and we get the notification. I want you
to put a picture of some sad puppies on the screen right now. That would
we'll have to play one of the like those like sad animal shelter commercials. It's just this really sad music. Hi, you may know me from podcasts like Infection. But no, definitely follow people you support and stuff on Twitter and YouTube. I mean, it's so easy. Tweet them if you see them. Retweet it, follow it, like it, or it's not called like, it's called love now on Twitter. I think it's very simple to do. Become a super fan.
But that is definitely because we've got a lot of people that they watch live every week. Yeah. They're very involved in that. So for us, we get an instant like, okay, these people at least appreciate it. They're here. Right. Yeah. But not all of them. There's some people that record their shows and put them back after the fact. Now, Joseph, somebody donated $5. That's not what I was asking for. Thank you for the donation. But this wasn't a plea for money. It's not like that one website where it's like, we have $18 website name.
Why are you trashing you're trashing the Rust DB guy.
The Rust, yeah, I'm not talking about that. If we could just get that $18, we can stay on the air. It's like those old what are those Christian television channel where they're like, we just need.
What were those guys' names? Damn it.
Tammy Faye, and that was from a long time. That was before your time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So
for just 25 cents a day, you can feed a podcaster for a day.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about the little kids. So if you just give us 25 cents a day,
right? What is this? When did you become George W. Bush? I mean, gee,
we just need your cash.
We just need your cash. No, you want to send your pillows, your blankets.
I think we're giving totally the after show during the show.
Where can people find you? Where can people find you on Twitter? This is this is done.
You want to find me, first of all, at Boise Computer on Twitter. If you want to look and find things I've written about or other links to whatever I'm doing on the internet, go to biteoftech.com. That's with an I, Bite of Tech. And so, Gadlaw, thank you for the donation. That was very nice.
I think he's lying. I don't believe him.
Okay, they may not be Gadlaw. It just shows the real names, and I don't want to necessarily read somebody's real name when they're using an internet name on the chat. And then also, if you are interested in finding other people to play games that you're interested in, definitely check out our Steam group. If you go to infectionpodcast.com, on the upper right there is a link that says join our Steam group. It'll take you in there. You can see what did we say, like 345 people? Thank you. Gilbert David D. Sorry,
I was joking. I didn't look. I don't have my email client.
That's Gadlaw.
I don't have my.
I wasn't trying to bring in donations. That was not my goal. Nick really needs to buy a game. Actually, I was looking. You don't need to show that on the screen. So one thing I was looking at. I was playing your show or your game, that Firewatch.
Yes, Firewatch is a lot of fun.
That is. I wasn't playing. I was actually watching a Let's Play of the first day.
Okay.
That thing looked like a blast.
Yeah, I've yet to finish it. I gotta finish playing.
After watching the video, I was like, I can't keep watching the Let's Plays because
then you don't want to play the game.
Yeah, because it's like it's the whole story, and it's like I can see in the replay like you're spinning the thing around. Thank you.
It's all about the money. We got to get out of here. This is bad. All right.
Okay. So definitely join our Steam group. Jump in TeamSpeak if you're playing the game. So thank you.
You can follow me on Twitter at Nicholas M. Craig. You can check out the Crummy Show, crummyshow.com or thecrummyshow.com. What else? Of course, TeamSpeak, all that stuff. Check definitely this weekend, either Friday or Saturday. Hop on TeamSpeak and see if the guys are on playing, because somebody will be on at some point playing. No doubt. So
we've done that the last couple of weeks. We've been actually getting on and playing.
Exactly. So you can find all that stuff at our website, infectionpodcast.com. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Infection, the Survival Podcast. My name is Nick Craig. Infectionpodcast.com is the website. And until next time, see you for Infection. Have a good week, everybody.